In this lesson, we're going to be covering the Robots.txt file. Let's start by seeing what that's all about. A Robots.txt file tells search engine crawlers which of your website's URLs can be accessed. You can also specify what crawlers you want to deny, as well as what pages should not be crawled. But be aware that the web is full of bots, and they don't all support the Robots.txt directive. Many bots in fact ignore the Robots.txt file altogether, so don't rely on this file to hide pages that you don't want to index. I'll explain how to do that later in this lesson. The two main reasons you should be using a Robots.txt file are as follows. Listing all the known robots and blocking the majority of the useless ones can significantly reduce requests to your website. If you're on cheap hosting, this can make a difference when it comes to load speed. Using a Robots.txt file can actually improve how often Google crawls your site, which can certainly impact your SEO effort. Let's look at how to create and submit a Robots.txt file. Here are the rules to follow. The file must be named Robots.txt for it to work. Your site can have only one Robots.txt file. The file must be located in the root folder of your website. For example, www.domain.com/robots.txt. If you're using a subdomain, use the root folder of the subdomain. To add rules to your Robots.txt file, you'll need to use the correct syntax. I recommend checking out Google's documentation on Robots.txt rules so that you can copy and paste the ones that you want. You'll find a link to that in the resources section. Now, in order to implement your Robots.txt file once it's ready, you'll need to upload it to your website's root folder. You can do this via your hosting account or via FTP, or even by using a web developer to do it for you. If you use WordPress, then most decent SEO plugins and some security plugins will actually generate a basic Robots.txt file for you. Plugins do come and go, however, so I can't recommend one in particular, but just go to your WordPress plugins area and search for Robots.txt. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this lesson, not all bots support the Robots.txt directive, and that means that you can't really rely on this file to request crawlers not to index a page. There are many pages on your website which you may not want indexed, for example, your privacy page and your terms and conditions. In order to stop those pages from getting indexed, we use the Noindex tag on the pages you actually want to block access to. The syntax is placed in the head tag of the page and looks like this. The good news if you use WordPress is that most SEO plugins will include the ability to no-index a page with a simple check of a box. In the next lesson, we'll be covering server response codes and redirects. I'll see you there.